Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will watch SpongeBob SquarePants. Born July 14, 1986, is the main protagonist of the animated series of the same name. He was designed by show creator and former marine biologist, the late Stephen Hillenburg. Stephen Hillenburg based SpongeBob on Bob the Sponge, a character he had created for his educational book, The Intertidal Zone, in the late 1980s. SpongeBob is a childish, joyful, and clumsy sea sponge who lives in a pineapple with his pet snail Gary in the underwater city of Bikini Bottom. He works as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab, a job which he is exceptionally skilled at and enjoys thoroughly. He attends Mrs. Puff's boating school, and his greatest dream in life is to receive his boating license. Unfortunately, he tenses up whenever he has to drive a boatmobile, and he drives recklessly. SpongeBob is very good-natured and loves to hang out with his best friend, Patrick. His teacher is Mrs. Puff, and his boss is Mr. Krabs. Like real sea sponges, SpongeBob has the ability to filter feed, as shown in I Had an Accident, and reproduce by budding in Pressure. In the SpongeBob musical, SpongeBob's exact species of sea sponge is identified, Aplycina fistularis, a yellow sea sponge that is commonly found in open waters. SpongeBob appears in some form in every episode of the series, beginning with the series' debut episode, Help Wanted. He is voiced by Tom Kenny, who is married to Karen Plankton's voice actress, Jill Talley. While Stephen Hillenburg worked as a teacher of marine science at the Ocean Institute in California, he created an educational book called The Intertidal Zone. The book was intended for children and taught about the behaviors of different sea creatures. Bob the Sponge, a natural sea sponge with sunglasses, was the host of the book. Stephen Hillenburg revisited the concept of the intertidal zone in 1996 when he started sketching concepts for a cartoon series about undersea life. He wanted the title character to be an underrepresented creature, with the rest of the main characters being iconic and easily recognizable sea animals: a crab, a whale, and a starfish. What's the weirdest animal? The sponge came to mind. He recalled in 2012 as he drew a sea sponge character. He originally wanted to use the shape of a natural sponge, but later decided that a squeaky clean square would better portray a nerdy personality. An early colored sketch portrayed SpongeBob as wearing a red hat with a green base and a white business shirt with a tie. SpongeBob's look gradually progressed to brown pants that were used in the final design. SpongeBob was designed to be a kid-like character who was goofy and optimistic in a style similar to that made famous by Jerry Lewis. The character was initially going to be named Sponge Boy, but the name was already in use by other products, including a pencil. This was discovered after voice acting for the original 7-minute pilot was recorded in 1997. Upon finding this out, Hillenburg decided that the character's name still had to contain sponge so that viewers would not mistake the character for a cheese man, and decided to use the name SpongeBob.